joined by Jennifer Burns. Bridget is teamed up with Michael King. And Peter starts with Craig Rucastle. In the news quiz where you can betray your way to the top, win the week. Here's your host, Alex Lee.
That pairs regular Aussies with celebrities in a test of news knowledge and loyalty. Let's meet our teams. Our first team captain is Luke. He marries people for a living and he loves current affairs. So I've paired him with his celebrity soulmate, journalist from 60 Minutes and former host of the book club, it's Jennifer Burns. Now, Luke, so you would see like a lot of couples coming through as you marry them. Can you tell when a partnership is going to last?
Yeah, you do. You have that moment. They finish each other's sentence, like Jennifer and I will be later this year. Then usually what happens in the back of my head is I see John Paul Young and he starts singing Love is in the Air. And they really are a couple when they make the celebrant cry. So
there you go. If you want your marriage to last.
Yeah, you've got to make me cry to make your marriage last.
Make Luke cry. Do you take this man to be your team captain?
For as long as I can win his approval.
Now I'm going to cry. Our next team captain is Bridget. She's a speech pathologist. I'll make sure I say that properly. And her kids say she's the most competitive person in the world. Well, she's paired with the host of Triple J Drive, comedian Michael Hing. So, Bridget, are you also competitive with your kids?
Yeah, I never let them win any games that we play. Ever since they were very little, I've just never been that person who's like, oh, let them win. Because when they win against me, it's a real victory and they know that, so...
Not looking good for you, Michael. Not looking good.
Is this the kind of parenting you can relate to?
Yeah. I mean, my parents are psychos as well. My parents, at Christmas, they line us all up and they rank us, there's 4 of us, they rank us from worst to best, and then you get a Christmas gift that is either good or bad, depending on whether or not you've had a good or bad year.
I'm feeling much better about my parents.
And our final team captain tonight is Peter. She's a manager for a software company and a massive sci-fi fanatic. She loves Star Wars and Star Trek, so tonight I paired her with someone with real star power. Oh, wait, it's just great. Peter, you loved Star Wars growing up, but you had a childhood crush on one of the characters.
Yeah, my first crush was Chewbacca.
Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Why? What was the appeal?
Well, he was really tall and he had great accessories. Like, he had, like, cool belts and a bag. Like, he could carry stuff. He was really cool.
If Chewbacca's your ultimate partner, do you see any similarities with Craig?
Maybe.
I'm short and hairless. Like, I'm the opposite of Chewbacca.
Well, those are our teams for now, but one of our team captains will have their loyalty tested at the end of round 1. So let's find out who will win the week. In mixed messages, we've taken 2 real headlines from this week and combined them to create a fake headline. The player that buzzes in can only guess one story. It's then up to their teammate to guess the other half. 5 points for each correct answer. All right, hands on buzzers. Anastasia Palaszczuk. It would be a disaster if I do not gawk at Tiny Cow. Craig.
The gawk at Tiny Cow is definitely about the tiny cow in Bangladesh that they say is the tiniest tiny cow ever. I wasn't aware there was a competition, but that's my guess.
All right, I'll give that one to you. That means it's over to your team captain to get the rest of these points. Peter?
I would say it would need to be a border lockdown with New South Wales.
Oh, that's not the right answer. I'm going to open that up. Who's going to buzz in first? Luke's got it.
Anastasia Palaszczuk said it would be a disaster if she doesn't go to the Tokyo Olympics to win the Olympics of Brisbane in 2032, even though there's no one else in the competition.
That is the right answer. Well done, Luke. All right, 5 points for your team there. And our thousands of people in Bangladesh have broken lockdown to feast their eyes on this tiny dwarf cow.
I was gawking at the tiny cow. It was
We
so
all want to
cute.
gawk at the tiny cow. We can't take
Yeah,
our
you
eyes
say
away.
that. People are such hypocrites. They're like, oh, look at the beautiful tiny cow. But then you give them a tiny steak and they're like, what's this?
All right, next one. Teletubbies announced they have withdrawn from Afghanistan. Michael.
The Teletubbies have announced that they have been vaccinated.
Yes, they had made that announcement. That means, Bridget, what's the rest of this headline?
The troops, the Americans and the British and the Australians have all withdrawn from Afghanistan.
That is correct. Well done. 10 points for you. All Australian troops have now withdrawn from Afghanistan, and the Teletubbies have announced they've got their COVID-19 shots. According to this Teletubby tweet, Poe and Dipsy received jabs of the AstraTubbica vaccine. And in the US, they've moved on to animals.
So far, we've vaccinated some grizzly bears, some black bears, mountain lions, tiger.
Honestly, at this point, just give me the tiger vaccine. You know what I mean? I'll take that. Grizzly bear, get it in my arm, I'll take it.
Next question. Kevin Rudd insists he was the idiot fan who shone laser in Casper Schmeichel's face. Oh. Luke.
I'm going to go Kevin Rudd.
Oh, do the other one.
No, Kevin Rudd. Kevin Rudd insisted that he helped secure the additional Pfizer vaccinations for Australia by contacting the Pfizer boss.
That's right. That means, Jennifer...
Well, that
pressure's
was the
on.
one I knew because, in fact, he has insisted so very often and so subtly. And the story, who knows how, got into the mainstream media.
Mystery.
Who could have leaked it? But the idiot fan who shone the laser in the face, it was with that black and white ball. It was a soccer game. It was a soccer game. It was. This is my full knowledge on show.
All right,
it was
let's hear it.
at a soccer game, and he was a player, and they shone it in his face.
Oh, we're going to need more information. Does anyone else know this story? Bridget.
It was at the Euro Cup, and it was into the goalkeeper's face when he was trying to defend.
And where did it come from?
From the crowd, from the stand.
crowd.
But he's a
All
player.
right.
No, goalkeeper, Euro.
It's details, minor details.
Well, those are the two stories. There was some confusion over Kevin Rudd's involvement in the Pfizer rollout, and English football was fined after a fan shone a laser at the Danish keeper during the Euro semi-final. And whoever it was, they were doing it again. Did you guys see this at the New South Wales COVID presser?
People. Sorry, I've just got something in my eye, and I shouldn't be using my mask for that, but sorry.
Okay, that's the end of mixed messages. Now, Team Peter, you're last. That means Craig. You are currently up for betrayal, but you can still come back as we check who's up to the minute. Your time starts now. Which former Prime Minister became a grandfather this week? Bridget.
Tony Abbott.
That's correct. The Queen paid a visit to the set of which? Oh, Jennifer?
Coronation Street.
Long-running soap, Coronation Street, correct. This week, which US state recorded the equal highest temperature ever reliably recorded? Bridget.
Up the top.
Can you have an answer?
Seattle.
Incorrect, it was California. 54.4 degrees in Death Valley. All right, selling for over 2 million Australian dollars was an unopened... Luke.
Super Mario Brothers game from 1996.
That's right, yes. All right, next one. Named for the 11th letter of the Greek alphabet, which new COVID variant? Peter.
Lambda.
Correct. Which Australian state was chosen? All right, at the end of round one, on equal first place, we have Team Bridget and Team Luke on 20 points, which means coming last on 10 points, not too far behind, is Peter's team, which means, Peter, you have a decision to make. Will you stay with Craig or betray him and swap him for one of the celebs on another team? Craig, you're behind. What's your pitch
look,
to
I
Peter?
peaked early. I spent all week studying tiny cow stories, which paid off early, I got to say, but long-term didn't pay off. Sorry, Peter.
Craig might be a chewy Peter, but might be time for you to go hands solo on this one. A character from Star Wars. What do you think of that pitch?
Michael's got a lot of accessories happening.
Okay.
He's the new Chewie. Yeah.
That's
I see what's
right.
happening here.
Bit more hair. I've always been a very big fan of Jennifer as well, and she's got this lovely velvet jacket.
Don't distract her. She hasn't been. She's been hosting a book club show or something. You know?
I loved book club.
Journalism has been gone for years. Just nothing up there. I'm going to save you here. Sorry. Yeah.
I kind of think that you'll do well with Luke because he's very...
No!
If you have a delicate ego, he seems really caring and kind. He loves love.
Yeah,
he's a celebrant.
Yeah.
So
Kind of sounds like she's breaking up with you, Craig.
Yeah. She's not only breaking up with me, she's setting me up with my next partner as well.
Okay, Peter, the time has come. Are you going to stay or betray?
I'm going to betray.
Oh!
And who are you going to choose instead?
I'm going to go with Jennifer.
No!
Jennifer, all right. You've made Luke a very unhappy man. Let's light up the fail trail. All right, Craig, it's time to take a walk.
I'm moving in, Luke.
This is the aisle I don't want you to walk down.
That's right. Once he gets there, you'll hear John Paul Young.
Yeah, no. Go on, clear out. This is our house now.
All right, I'll get you back. I've got Craig, so it's guaranteed.
This relationship is not off to a good start.
All right, we've got new teams. It's time for round 2. In Picture This, players are given pictures that hint at a recent news story, but they can't show each other their pictures. They must describe them and together work out the story for 15 points before their time runs out. All right, Team Peter, get ready. Your time starts now.
OK, I have a Bart Simpson costume.
And I have a beer mug with a tea bag inside it. There was a shop, wasn't there somewhere in Australia, they tried to bribe people into having their COVID
Oh,
test.
the vaccination? Oh, that was in Melbourne. They were giving you
And they were going to give you free beer.
Oh,
an
that's
AstraZeneca
no,
shot.
I think you're overthinking it. I think that's not. I'll tell you, it's not a beer
Not a beer.
mug. It's
It's
just a normal mug.
What colour is it?
it's see-through. It's a see-through, and it's got a
see-through,
tea bag with a
Oh, the party party.
Party party!
There we go.
She won Wimbledon.
I sat up and watched the whole thing.
Oh my
I did
goodness.
So great.
That's right. Ash Bart T took out Wimbledon. You got that one. You've got another one there. Your time starts now.
Oh, I've got 2 fans that are beautifully painted with cherry blossoms. That's who
And
this sort of fan.
I've got 3 musicians. One's playing a guitar, one's singing, and one's also got another guitar.
What are
and
the-
they're rock and rollers,
Yeah.
and they're singing, and
What are they called collectively?
Band?
That's right.
Fan band? The fans have been banned at the Tokyo Olympics.
That's correct. Well done. 15 points for you for that one.
sorry, Luke, not coming home now.
Thanks for that.
Well, it's over to you now, Luke. Let's start the clock.
OK, I've got a football and removalists.
Football removalist, and I've got the Queen on a plane, and then she's landing.
So I think it's that the NRL is moving to Queensland because of all the COVID issues in the state of New South
Yeah,
Wales.
I think you're probably right, because I was going to say it's football coming home, but it certainly isn't. So
You're right. The NRL has announced it will move 12 teams to Queensland in a bid to keep that competition running.
See you, Jennifer. Stay over.
pretty comfy over here.
Let's get your next one. Your time starts now.
Oh, OK. It is a needle in a sausage, a barbecue sausage like Bunnings.
I've got a needle in, like, office supplies and that. So, yes.
So you go. No, you
go.
go. No. It's...
Oh, thank you so much. They are talking about having vaccine hubs in Officeworks and Bunnings.
That's correct, yes. Bunnings and Officeworks have offered to become vaccination hubs.
See, we're finishing each other's sentences.
I've got John Paul Young in the background.
Over to you now, Team Bridget. Your time starts now.
I have a sun with bran flakes or bran cereal in the middle.
And I have a keyboard with a blue arrow pointing to the space key. So I imagine it's got something to do with Bran, sun, space. So Richard Branson went to space?
That's the right answer, yes, well done. Richard Branson went to, not to outer space, just the edge of space this week.
And you get 4 minutes of weightlessness for that whole trip.
Yeah, just smoke a joint, come on. Be cool, Richard, come on.
The ABC would like to not endorse all of Michael's thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, just read a good book. That's the most weightlessness you'll ever feel, kids. Oh, boy.
All right, you've got one more there. Let's go.
I have a burger patty and 2 windmills.
OK, I've got a brown bear holding an Australian flag. I think I managed to have
Like
something
barbecue?
to do with... It's Paddy Mills. It's going to be the Australian flag bearer.
Oh, of course.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that is what it is. You got it.
So close.
Yes, basketballer Paddy Mills will be the first Indigenous Australian flag bearer at the Olympic Games. And with Paddy Mills and Ash Barty, it's been a huge NAIDOC week. But white Australians have been busy too. They've been out here breaking the record this week for the most people simultaneously doing the nut bush. It's a beautiful culture, isn't it? And now, the nut bush, I only recently learned that this is a dance that we only do in Australia.
Wait, so who made it up then?
PE teachers.
Teachers.
That's where I learned.
Tina Turner doesn't do the nut bush.
No.
She doesn't do the nut bush?
Nope.
So we just got the world record for a dance that only we do. Yay us!
OK, that's the end of round 2. Let's check the scores. Still on equal first place, we have Team Luke and Team Bridget on 50 points. And 10 points behind them, we have Team Peter coming last. That means, Peter, you have your decision to make. Will you stay with Jennifer this time or swap her out for one of the celebrities on another team? Jennifer, haven't made up enough ground with Peter yet. What's your pitch?
I would argue that given the disastrous situation that Craig left behind, I mean, really, we've won all we possibly could.
Not good enough, Jen. You should have done better than 100%.
Well, there's your problem. You can't even add up either. Yes.
It is true, though, Jennifer, you did struggle to recognise a teacup, so that might...
I think that's unkind,
Yeah.
but it's true. But
Interesting that Jennifer saw a teacup and yet she thought it was a beer cup.
also true. I see alcohol everywhere.
There's some good players over here. We've got Michael.
There's also the hairless Chewbacca that you rejected earlier.
You don't go back to exes.
Oh, we don't go back to X's. Michael, are you feeling pretty confident with your gameplay so far?
Yeah, we're in front, Alex. We're winning.
Do you feel like you could win if you were with any of our team captains?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, look at the competition. We have a fragile and depressed man over here and clearly a dysfunctional alcoholic. I mean, it's not particularly difficult.
Wow, well, he's cocky. All right, the newlyweds over here. How's things going? Any trouble in paradise, Luke?
It's early days, you know, it's the honeymoon period.
The honeymoon period. Do you feel like it's going to end anytime soon?
Yeah, the next round.
It's always the way. OK, Peter, the time has come. Will you stay with Jennifer or send her to a galaxy far, far away? Do you want to stay or betray?
I'm going to stay.
All right, we're going to stay. Thank you.
Sorry, Craig.
Well, you survived this time, Jennifer, but we'll see what happens in our next round. We said the news would be from this week. We didn't say which year it was from. The following questions are about the news from this week in history. Buzz in for 15 points. This week in 2018, an international team of doctors administered ketamine and Xanax to a soccer team. Why? I'll read it again. An international team of doctors administered ketamine and Xanax to an entire soccer team.
Oh!
Peter!
Oh, no!
Go. What's the answer?
Is it the Thailand cave, the little boys that were stuck in the cave in Thailand?
That's right. Yes, that was 3 years ago this week. You got it. It has been 3 years since the rescue of the wild boars soccer team from a cave in Thailand. And it means it's also 3 years since Elon Musk just turned up to the caves with a homemade kid-sized submarine that the divers politely declined.
To be fair, he had also had ketamine and Xanax that day.
All right, next question. A benchmark for quality, what new food product was sold for the first time this week in 1928? Some might say it's the greatest thing. Peter.
Sliced bread.
It's sliced bread. Well done.
Yay. We were competing there.
All right. What controversial item are these people talking about?
Well, depends on the figure. I would like to wear one.
I think if a girl's got the right figure to wear it, she should be entitled to wear it.
Why wear anything at all?
Luke.
Would it be a bikini?
Let's take a look.
The question, should bikinis be banned?
Well done, Luke.
I like how he paused on that. Should bikinis, and he had a mental thought of a girl in a bikini. Be banned.
Yes, the bikini was invented this week in 1946 by Louis Gaillard. He put newspaper print on it. That's the first one there, as a nod to all the headlines that he expected it would generate. And you know what? He was right, because we counted how many bikini stories the Daily Mail ran just this week. 53. These ones here are just from Monday.
It's prurient is what it is. Prurient.
Yes, prurient.
Prurient. I don't even know what that word is, but prurient.
We all know that word.
Yeah, we know you've read books, Jen.
If you're tweeting along at home, hashtag prurient. That is old news. Let's go to our next game. In bleeping news, teams are all shown a clip with 2 parts bleeped out. Captains must guess the first beep, celebrities the second, without discussing their answers. 15 points for each correct guess. All right, diners in a Brisbane restaurant are in for a high-tech surprise.
Southeast restaurants bracing for a robot revolution. They're doing the hard work of waiters and making the job of their human co-workers.
Dear customer.
She's very polite, never late, and hasn't yet.
All right, we're ready to go with our answers. We'll go to you first, Luke. And making the job of their human co-workers.
I've got 2, but I'm going to go easier.
Easier, all right.
What was your other
Do you want to show us your other one?
Redundant.
All
I'm going
right.
50-50.
Yeah.
Let's go with easier. She's very polite, never late, and hasn't...
Overthrown her human overlords. It's my first guess, but I think it might be something closer to like, broken anything.
Broken anything yet. Team Bridget, making the job of their human co-workers easier, and hasn't...
I wrote sued for wage theft. Just because this story happens in the Australian hospitality industry, and I feel like that's probably a, you know.
All right, Peter. They're making the job of their human co-workers obsolete and hasn't dropped anything yet. Let's have a look at the clip.
They're doing the hard work of waiters and making the job of their human co-workers easier.
Dear customer.
She's very polite, never late, and hasn't dropped a plate yet.
Let's see the answers. Lucky you went with that second thought there, Luke. Easier. points there for Luke and Bridget, and dropped a plate. Or I think closest there is Jennifer. Jennifer gets the points for that one.
It's the same. Come on.
No, but you could have bumped into stuff, you know. You can break things so many ways. You could have, that could include breaking a code.
I'm calling it.
Call
Ita. Alex won't give me the points. Yes.
What did she say?
She's not on that particular text at the moment.
All right, let's see how that affects the scores. So, at the end of round 3, we have Team Peter now in first place. Ooh. Coming second, Team Luke on 80 points.
Getting there.
That means coming last is Team Bridget, which means, Bridget, you have a decision to make. Will you stay with Michael Hing or betray him for one of the other celebrities? Now, Michael, you were talking some pretty big talk earlier, very confident, but you might be loser of the week if you keep this up.
I need this. I need this. Do you understand the rest of my life is just pathetic loss after pathetic loss? All day I'm on radio, people from regional Australia texting me, you're not funny, I hate this music, bring back Veronica Milsom, all that stuff. I come here to win the week, and I think I'll be able to be helpful here, and yet still an absolute failure in the eyes of the nation.
Bridget, you're feeling the pressure here. We know you're very competitive. This must be killing you to be coming last.
The thing is, I could actually make your life better by transferring you to one of the winning teams.
That is true. And yet still, the indignity of being dumped for, again, a depressed man or a dysfunctional alcoholic. It's just the kind of indignity that I don't think I could ever recover from.
Okay, well, Bridget, the time has come. For this final round, do you want to stay or betray?
I feel like he's got a Christmas present at stake here, so he's going to be trying hard. So I will say...
Wow.
Thank you.
I can be a better man for you.
Let's see if all that loyalty will pay off. We're up to the final round. All right, our final round is called Pants. Teams are shown a headline where one word has been replaced with the word pants. Buzz in to guess the missing word, 10 points if you get it right, but you lose 10 points if you get it wrong. All right, hands on your buzzers. We're not bringing back pants. Frydenberg shuts down New South Wales plea.
We're not bringing back JobKeeper.
That's right. Tom Cruise reportedly drifting away from pants. Craig.
Scientology?
That's right. Trump told Chief of Staff, pants did a lot of good things. Jennifer.
Hitler.
Yes, that's right.
Whoa, what? Really? I thought you were so wrong.
All right. Victorians urge to avoid pants at all costs and interstate cases grow. Luke.
Avoid New South Wales.
That's correct. Insanely tiny pants trend we don't want. Bridget.
Cow?
No. I wish I could give that to you. The answer was bikini. I told you there were a lot of headlines. All right, Nick the Honey Badger Cummins caught up in bizarre pants-based legal battle. Jennifer?
I know this, but I've just forgotten for this 1 minute.
It was undies. China says giant pants are no longer endangered. Michael?
I believe the answer is panda?
That's correct. Final question. Boris Johnson set to confirm 19th of July as Pants Day.
I was very excited then. Freedom Day.
That is correct. All right, that is the end of the game. The final scores are Team Bridget on 65 points. No presents for Michael this year. Team Peter, 85 points in second place, which means the winner is Luke on 120 points. Look at that, in front with Craig. Who'd have thought it? You have won the week, Luke, and you get to keep it as immortalised in this incredible, one-of-a-kind mounted Drinking with Chickens 2021 calendar. Well, congratulations, Luke. Thanks to all of our guests for playing tonight. The news for next week starts now. Good night.